Hey, welcome back to Law Call, where we are answering your legal questions about workers' compensation. And we do have another caller on the line holding is Lisa. And what's your question tonight, Lisa? Welcome to the program.
I have a question about a fall that I had at work. I fell on the wet floor. I was actually pregnant at the time, and I went through the process of getting the workers' comp. But basically, the doctor was saying that my injury, the pain that I was having, was due to my pregnancy. But now it's been a year, and I'm still having the same pain. It's my lower back, the right lower back.
Okay, thank you so much for your call. Wow, a lot of stuff I heard myself, but I'm going to let you go ahead.
Okay, so I've definitely represented some people in car wrecks that have had that've been pregnant, and then they have back pain or neck pain during the course of the pregnancy, and it's tough, Lisa, to separate out those kind of acute injuries from the normal pains of pregnancy. It can be done, but you said something very important, and it kind of jumped out at me, Andre. It's that even after she gave birth to the baby, she was still having pain in the same areas that she felt like were from the wreck. The other thing is, when you're pregnant, they don't want to do a lot of tests on you because the health of the baby is so paramount. Like, they won't do an MRI, they won't give you certain medications. Right. How does this work in a workers' compensation context?
Well, it's essentially the same thing. Okay, Lisa, what's probably happened is what Rocky said. Is your doctor probably didn't want to do a whole lot to you with a back injury while you're pregnant. I don't think you can have an MRI. A CT scan might be the only thing, but even if they could see something that's wrong, then not a lot of medication that they wanted to give you. So now that you've had the baby, if your claim is still open, and it should be still open if you're still within your statute of limitations, which is 2 years from the date of injury or 1 year from the filing of a notice of final payment, you can reach out to the claims adjuster about going back to the doctor. Just because you've had a baby doesn't mean that you don't have a claim. If you're still having the pain, I think that you need to go back and try to see the doctor.
Okay, great advice there. And during the break, you brought up a term that I haven't heard on this show before: medical for life. Talk about that so everyone understands.
But basically, our Workers' Compensation Act gives you two benefits. It gives disability benefits that are limited in time, but it also provides for medical benefits at no cost to the injured worker, which takes me back to something about a caller or an email we had earlier where a fellow said that the employer wanted him to use his health insurance. Well, when you use your health insurance, you've got co-pays and deductibles. Under the Workers' Compensation Act, any compensable injury, that means an injury that occurred in the course and scope of your work, you don't pay a dime for medical. And those benefits can be for life. What's going to happen is that once you're done treating at some point in time, we call the other side, from what I do, the employer and carrier. They're going to file a document with the Mississippi Workers' Compensation Commission called a Notice of Final Payment. The Notice of Final Payment starts the running of a 1 year statute of limitations for you to reopen your claim by getting more treatment. So in a case where somebody has received a disability benefit, you can keep the statute open for life by just going back to the doctor once a year. Now, in a case where no disability has been paid, that's not true. We have a 2 year from the date of injury statute.
Okay.
You see why it's so important to have someone that specializes in workers' comp. You have two different statute of limitations for the same type of case, for your one case. And if you don't know what you're doing in workers' comp, it can be a minefield, and your case can be dismissed, and you won't be able to recover any more money, whereas an attorney that knows what they're doing and does workers' comp all the time will get you what you're supposed to get.
Okay.